Hi everyone, welcome to this special workshop where we're talking about the 7-step cycle that snowballed our student sales to over $125 million in 2017, how we made over $5.4 million in our own business by leveraging 75 million free visitors. Thank you so much for joining us here today. This is one of just a handful of special workshops that we're running, so you are absolutely in the right place. This is something that we've never ever spoken about before. So as I say, you're in the right place, and we're going to be diving into exactly how all of this works. We've got money to give away as well. We'll be announcing a cash winner at the end of the call, and we've also got a free gift which I'll talk to you about in just a second. Now, quick fire survey for you. Type 1 in the chat box if you're a complete beginner to online business. Type 2 if you've got some online business experience but maybe you haven't got the results you've hoped for. Or give me a 3 if you've already built an online business that earns thousands per month. All right, we're getting lots of 1s and 2s come in, a handful of 3s. I would say probably 95% of people here are either a 1 or a 2. And there are a few 3s in the mix as well, which is great. Now, the good news is that if you're a complete beginner or someone who's got some experience but never really felt like you got your home run, you never really felt like you've hit your potential, then I think the system that we're going to be working through here today is going to open your eyes to how you can do this, how you can hit the reset button and really hit the ground running in 2018 using this method, which, as you'll see, is untapped by probably 95 or 97% of online e-commerce sellers. Okay. Now, we've got 4 promises for you. Okay. These are our 4 big promises. The first promise is that during this workshop, we're going to show you how to build a 4 to 5 figure per month hands-off income using the unique 7-step selling system that most online sellers have no clue about. Okay, you're going to see exactly how you can do this for yourself. Okay, that's promise number 1. Promise number 2 is you're going to see how you can generate positive cash flow in the next 30 days. Okay, how you can do what Michaela did and be earning hundreds and hundreds of dollars in positive cash flow in the next 30 days. Okay. Promise number 3 is how you can tap into a mother load of ignored traffic and how we've been able to get over 75 million free visitors in the past 18 months. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you're excited to see how we've been tapping into these visitors. And I'll tell you, no one is doing this, okay? And promise number 4 is why focusing on other people's boring products is the path of least resistance to building a quit your day job income. Boring little products that can earn you thousands of dollars per day. Okay, just a bit of housekeeping. If at any time you have a bit of screen lag, any audio problems, you can always refresh the browser and it'll catch you back up. Okay, so what makes this different? We do this every day. Okay, this is our core business. We're in the trenches doing this every single day. And what we focus on is harnessing the snowball effect and how to turn $1 online into an ever-growing income stream using a compounding 15-day cycle. Now, don't worry if you're not sure what I mean about a compounding 15-day cycle. You will understand what that means in a few moments' time. 99% of e-commerce sellers ignore the approach that we're taking, and that's great for us. We're quite happy with that, okay? Now, best of all, there's no traffic issues. Type a 1 in the question box if you've had some kind of a traffic headache in the past. Perhaps you've had trouble with paid traffic, perhaps you've had trouble with Google AdWords, perhaps you've had trouble with Google SEO, some kind of traffic headache. Well, the good news here is traffic is not going to be a headache for you, okay? There's no need to have your own website, Shopify, hosting, none of that. Give me a number 2 in the chat box if you've had a headache in the past because of some website issue, perhaps a hosting issue, some kind of a technical issue. We've all been there, right? Give me number 3 in the chat box if you've had some headaches with customer support in the past. I know I have. Running different websites and lots of customer support. That's not an issue with this. You don't need to place large inventory orders. In fact, with the model that we're talking about, from anywhere in the world, you can get started with an inventory order of just $20 or $30. Okay, so we're not talking hundreds of dollars, we're just talking $20 or $30 to get the ball rolling and start making money. There's no need to build a brand, reinvent a product. There's no need to deal with long shipping delays, importing from China or anything like that. This is simple and it works. Now, we've got a free gift for you as well. Stick around until the end. We're going to give you a PDF that reveals 5 boring products that each make over $10,000 per month. So prepare to be amazed with that one. Okay, so here's what you need to do right now. Right now, what I want you to do is I want you to get rid of any distractions. Okay, log out of Facebook, log out of Skype. Just pay attention for the next hour, because what we're talking about is, or has the potential to be life-changing for you, and it's different to anything you would have seen before. Get ready to take some notes and start asking questions. We've got, there's 4 of us on the call, Steve, Chris, Todd, and I, and we are going to be working away in the background answering your questions. We will have time for live Q&A at the end as well. So really use that, because that's going to help you get the most out of this. Now, before we dive into the meat of this presentation, I think it's important that you know who we are, okay? Now, my name is Aidan Booth. That's a photo of me on the left there. And my 3 partners are Steve Clayton, Chris Keefe, and Todd Snively. You'll hear more from Todd shortly. He's going to be presenting a lot of the information here with me today. You might be able to guess from my accent, I am from New Zealand originally. Okay, I live in Argentina nowadays with my wife and our 1-year-old son. And I started my online business because I wanted geographic freedom, to be able to shift to Argentina and earn money from anywhere in the world. Now, I partnered with Steve about 6 years ago, and we've been running a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business ever since. Around about the time that Steve and I joined forces, we met Chris, and then shortly after that we met Todd. Chris and Todd have a wealth of e-commerce and online business experience, and they got started way back in 2002. So in 2002, Todd started his online business after losing everything in what he refers to as a business failure of nuclear proportions. So he rebuilt himself. He rebuilt himself by selling used goods on eBay and earned over $1.1 million in his first year doing that. He continued growing and expanding his online business, venturing into different channels, just like Steve, Chris, and I did. So between the 4 of us, we've experienced an enormous amount. In fact, I added up our combined experience, over 56 years of combined experience. And I think that's important for you to know. We have been around the block a few times, so the information that you're getting here today really is top drawer, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So how the heck did the 4 of us end up working together? I made this sketch to try to make it a little bit clearer. I'm not sure if I've achieved that, but anyway, it looks nice. So through a series of fortunate events, we ended up building our first business together back in 2014. It was a business that helped small offline businesses, hair salons, local businesses. It helped them build an online presence, and that business is still running today. Okay. Over the past 4 years, we've shared a lot of information with one another, continued to build our own businesses, and today here we are working together on our most exciting project yet. We call it 7-Figure Cycle, and it's set to change the landscape of e-commerce forever. So what we've done with 7-Figure Cycle is we've taken all of our combined e-commerce knowledge, we've analyzed trends, brainstormed new ideas, built entire warehouses and logistics centers. We've tested. We've brought on beta students, over 517 beta students in 2017, and between them they generated over $125 million. So that whole beta thing was an enormous success. We refined our processes, and what we've ended up with is 7-Figure Cycle. So what I'm going to do now is hand over to Todd. Todd's going to walk you through some of the key parts of the system. I'm going to be in the background taking questions. So Todd, if you're there, take it away.
Okay, Aidan, thanks a lot. And just so everybody knows and understands, 2017 was a great year for us. Okay, this is one of our Amazon accounts. Steve and Aidan have an Amazon account. Chris has one. This is one that we exclusively did this program with. And 2018 has started out even stronger than last year. Now, part of the reason for this is because of the Snowball Effect. So let's take a quick 10,000-foot view at how this program works, because it's radically different from anything you've heard before, and it has nothing to do with overseas suppliers or large minimums or building a brand or tying up money for long periods of time. The system does not require you to spend money on advertising or to have a website. And you won't waste any time, like we said, building a brand. Quite simply, we're going to tell you how, what, and where to buy already existing name brand inventory at wholesale prices that will sell fast, how to send it down to Amazon to have them do all the fulfillment for you, and how to utilize the traffic that Amazon already has to sell these items fast, to earn profits, to get paid by them every 14 days so that you can take that money and do it all over again. And we do this in a way no one else is doing it. So please, get ready, pay attention. For example, one of the tactics that we use is to only buy products that will sell out within what we call one cycle. That way, you get back what you invested into the inventory along with all of your profit. We then take that new, larger sum of money and put it back into more inventory that will sell out during the next cycle. After a few cycles, even starting out with small amounts of money can quickly snowball into larger numbers. Now, this chart looks really intimidating, but the simple reality of it is that with this system, just $100 of an initial inventory purchase turns into $265,940 after 1 year. This is the magic of something called inventory turns. You cannot invest in inventory that just sits there for months waiting to sell. And this is one of the huge problems with private labeling products from China. I mean, you have to buy a large quantity, which means you're sometimes buying 6 months worth of inventory at a time. And you can only turn your money twice a year that way. Now, starting with $500, because of inventory turns, you would be able to get to $1.3 million within a year by simply properly turning your inventory. Now, we've been able to turn around existing Amazon sellers' businesses by showing how to implement this one concept alone. Think about it. You put in the $100, all of that inventory sells into 2 weeks, you get the $100 plus profit back, you put it into more inventory that you know is going to sell within 2 weeks. You're not buying 6 months at a time, you're not buying 3 months, you're not buying a year, simply 2-week inventory turns. Please understand, this isn't our first rodeo. I mean, we have a private group that we've been working with so that they could learn these techniques and implement them under our supervision. And our 517 students had simply amazing results. In 2017, our students generated over $125 million of revenue with Amazon. That's an average of $241,806 per student. It is always the case, some people didn't do anything and others are doing $3 million a year with everything in between. Let's take just a quick look, okay? I mean, I've had the pleasure of working with this guy. I mean, he generated over $3 million in 1 year. I mean, that's like 453% growth from his previous year when he was trying to do things his way. Now, can you even begin to imagine how this type of increase in income can affect your life? I mean, wow. Or how about Michaela? Now, here's someone who's absolutely brand new, no experience whatsoever. She sold over $63,000 in 1 month. Or what about this person? $208,000 in the United States and another $216,000 in the UK. I happen to think that's pretty cool. Can you imagine doing just over $432,000 in 30 days? I mean, this is possible because of the snowball effect that we talked about earlier. And here's Nigel. I really enjoy helping Nigel out. He lives in the UK, but because we can show him how to sell in the US, he was able to have a $10,000 day. And he started in the exact same spot where you guys are right now, listening to us, tell him that he needs to work the system our way, right? Okay, now, what you're going to discover today are what we call the 3 secrets of the boring method of selling what we like to call unsexy products on Amazon, okay? Now, in secret number 1, we're going to debunk this bestseller myth, which is actually the backwards way to finding winning products. I mean, what you're going to learn here is the core idea in difference, which is why our method is the most surefire way to guarantee a successful sale on Amazon and have less competition. I mean, let everyone else beat their heads against the wall and against each other, trying to sell the super popular products at small margins, and deal with manufacturers that are sick of Amazon sellers because they hear from 1,000 of them a month wanting to sell the same sexy products. They don't need help with selling sexy products. I mean, that's just crazy. Believe me, there's a much better way. Now, after we learn about which products will be less competitive and profitable for us, in secret number 2, you need to understand why these suppliers need your help getting their products to market and exactly how to find these wholesale distributors. Now, this is important because many people believe that all of these great supplier relationships are already established. And in the second secret, I'm going to squash that belief and show you exactly how to find those suppliers quickly. I mean, you will come to understand why there are more wholesale suppliers out there than all the sellers on Amazon could ever possibly corner the market on. And finally, after we find those suppliers, we're going to have access to literally tens of thousands of products. So we'll need to be able to filter through them to find only the products that will be profitable and will sell within our cycle time. Now, these are the big boy tricks, okay? This is the stuff you've always wondered about, and we're going to pull that curtain back tonight for you. This, I predict, is going to simply blow you away. And finally, in secret number 3, we're going to discuss the secret formula for finding gold to virtually guarantee that you find a product that will sell at a profit in under 10 minutes. And the 4 questions you need to ask before finally choosing a product that wins. Now, I know you've never seen what I'm going to show you here in a little bit. One of the reasons, actually that is one of the reasons why I have so much fun showing people this kind of stuff. Now, I'm going to cover how to find products that will sell well for you on Amazon, but doing it in a way that nobody else is doing it. So in order for us to really understand why the method I'm going to show you works so well, we need to first understand what the majority of other sellers are doing on the market and why that method doesn't make any sense. Now, you may have heard this before, but the common rule of thinking for finding products to sell on Amazon is to find popular products and sell them on your own. This is called the bestseller method. And while it sounds simple, it's really quite hard. And as you start researching products to sell, the other guys tell you to go to a category that you want to sell in, find the top 100 best sellers list, and select products that have lots of reviews. Now, that's supposed to be a key indicator that's going to have lots of sales and opportunity for you. And then once you find that sexy, popular product, you're supposed to then try and find a distributor who's going to sell you that product. Now, this might even sound familiar to you, right? This method just does not work for the vast majority of folks who have tried it. First of all, as I said earlier, wholesale distributors do not need sellers for their best-selling products. Thank you very much. They're already drowning in sellers that want those products. And because there are so many sellers already selling those top 100 products, prices crash, profits get slashed, and sellers end up making pennies. You may have heard of this famous race to zero issue. You want to race to zero? Sell the sexy top 100 products at Amazon or try, okay? Or if you can't find a distributor to sell you that product, they tell you, well, bring it to market yourself. That's called a private label product. Now, this takes a long time and a lot of money. You're going to spend months just researching and ordering samples, waiting for the samples to arrive. Maybe then you have to get different samples, right? Finally, you're going to place a large order, pay for it all in advance, and then wait for this freight to sail across the ocean, clear customs, and finally be delivered. But here's the worst part. You then have to hope it sells because nobody's ever heard of that brand, and you need to be a marketing genius. So if you go the usual sexy route, here's a summary of that entire process. First, pick a category to sell in. Then find the bestseller top 100 list. Then research and pick a product. Then go out and find a supplier. If you can't find a supplier, which you most likely won't, you have to bring that to market yourself by private labeling, which we just covered will take you months to get started and a pile of cash. Then you still have to learn how to market your product or hope it sells. That seems like a lot of work, right? Well, Here's our better, more improved way. This boring process is a little backwards from the typical approach. First, we're going to pick a category that we want to sell in. But rather than drilling it down and narrowing our focus to the top 100, we're going to immediately start searching for wholesale suppliers to work with, people that are ready to send us these products ASAP. Now, once we find the potential suppliers to work with, they're going to send us an inventory list. They're going to say, hey, here's everything we sell. Tell us what you want to buy, and here's your wholesale price. All right? Then we need to take a look at the costs of selling on Amazon, right? Because there's some fees involved. And we need to calculate which of those products on that list are going to be profitable. And not only that, but we have to figure out which ones are going to sell and sell fast, make us money before we buy anything. Finally, once we figure that out, we're going to buy small amounts to test if the product's going to sell. And then if the product sells as well as our research told us it should, we're then going to scale our efforts. If not, we drop our price, get our initial purchase price back, move on, and try it again. Now, if you continue following everyone else down that sexy path, the mainstream path, here's what you're up against. As of January 2016, there were 20 million products eligible for Amazon Prime. Now, that doesn't even account for the seller-fulfilled items. Amazon has a total of 39 categories to buy or sell from. So if you're only going to focus on the top 100 best sellers, that limits you to at most 3,900 products. That means most people are only focusing on just 0.0195% of the total opportunity right now on Amazon. But that's not even the worst part. Here's the scary part. There's over 2 million marketplace sellers, and the strong majority are focusing on those same 3,900 sexy products. No wonder they're all racing to zero. Now, that's like a virtual Amazon seller traffic jam. And if you're just entering the marketplace, you don't want to enter into something as crowded as this, do you? I mean, this is the real reason why more than 90% of businesses fail when they first start. We want to be like that one car going in the other direction, because in that other direction, there's more opportunity with less resistance. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, give me a yes in the chat box. I'm going to get me a little water here. Oh, cool. You guys are with me. Well, that's so nice. All right, cool. All right, great. Let's keep going then, okay? Now, secret number 2 explains that unsexy suppliers need your help getting their products to market. And it's a mistake for anyone to assume they already have great distributors like you. And here's what I mean. There's literally thousands of distributors to choose from in each market niche. So to believe that all of the good ones are taken simply isn't true. But before you approach a distributor to become a vendor, a wholesale customer, you need to understand where they are in the supply chain and where you can add value. Now, these wholesale distributors are set up to work directly with the manufacturers, and they purchase items in bulk, all right? And then they turn around and they sell those items to people like us that want to deal with end-user customers. All right. Some of these wholesalers, they may deal on Amazon themselves. Those aren't the ones you're going to deal with. They're very, very much in the minority because they're really not used to, to working like that. It's not their business model. All right. So you find that these distributors, they're not competing with you. Most of their arrangements are with the manufacturers. If they can sell to people that can move product like us, they're going to earn rebates. They got all their ways to earn income. That's their business model, all right? Not to sell one at a time and ship it to an end customer and deal with customer service and everything like that. They look for people like us to work with, business owners, all right? They're just not great in dealing with fulfillment to multiple end users, handling massive amounts of shipping, one here, one there, and marketing to promote those products. They just don't know that business. This is where we come in. We're the connection between the distributor and the end user customer. All right, the buyer on Amazon. And our value add is market reach for the distributor. The more people that the distributor has buying even the same products from them, the more volume that they do. All right, so they love people like us that know how to sell these items. And these people, they don't care if we sell on Amazon because we're buying products that, like we said before, are boring. They're unsexy. These are products they need to move, and they need to move them through people like us. Distributors are just terrible marketers. To prove this, all you need to do is a simple search for these distributors. Take a look at their websites, and you're going to realize this is not their main priority, selling to end users, right? In fact, for us to even find them, we need to do a little digging to reach what I call the legitimate wholesale distributors. Because there's a lot of distributors out there that call themselves wholesale distributors, but they're not. They're buying from other true wholesale distributors and turning around, marking the price up, and selling to people that don't know any better. And you guys are going to know better, all right? So just don't do a Google search for a niche plus a distributor, because that's where all the bad distributors are, okay? All the, I should say, non-wholesale distributors. So right now, let me show you the process. Here's the best way that we found to identify an endless list of legitimate distributors in the niche that you want to sell in. In order to find an endless supply of legitimate wholesale distributors, here's what you simply do. Pick a category that you want to sell in on Amazon. Then you need to identify trade associations for that specific niche. Those trade associations are going to have a list of their current members who are the wholesale distributors. Then finally, we need to go to those distributors' websites and sign up to become a wholesale customer, right? So real quick, do you guys want me to walk you through an actual example and show you a real supplier that you could work with right now? If you want me to do that, show me you're still with me. Give me that yes in the chat box. Oh, you guys are so cool. And polite, too. All those pleases. Oh, you guys had me at please, all right? Okay. That's awesome, right? Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's just do it. Now, the first step, go to Amazon and notice the link on the page. You can go there, and it's going to show you all the categories that you can sell in. The ones we're interested in are in the two right-hand columns, all right? So, stuff like kitchen and dining and bed and bath and appliances, garden and outdoor. Let's go ahead and do pet supplies, which is under home and garden, okay? Now, once we open up the main pet supplies page, instead of looking for any kind of top 100 list or top selling product, which is what most people do, we're going to go and begin searching for the top wholesale suppliers that sell pet supplies. All right? See the difference there? All right. So in order for us to find the best way to contact and locate legitimate wholesale suppliers, we're going to search for our niche and trade associations linked up to it. So for pet supplies, simply go to Google and search for pet supply trade associations. Now, why do we want to look for the trade associations rather than just searching for any plain old distributor? Well, the key here is simplicity and legitimacy. Companies who join these trade associations have to pay for their membership. All right? That alone makes them a more qualified supplier. Plus, the trade association doesn't take just anybody. They make you prove you're a wholesale distributor. So there's lots of, again, I hate using the word shady, but they're not true wholesale distributors, and you don't want to do business with them because you're going to end up paying more than you should. This is the best way to avoid them, all right? Plus, these trade associations have a list of all of their members so that you can easily contact them. Remember, distributors aren't marketers, so that, they don't necessarily make it easy for you to find them. They pay money to these associations, and the associations say, we're going to give you ways to get your name out there. Putting the members directory on the website is one of the ways they do that. This is the fastest way to locate any legitimate wholesale distributor. So in this example, let's take a look at PETA, the Pet Industry Distributors Association. Now, once we get to the trade association website, again, we're specifically looking for their members directory. Normally, once you find it, they usually make it pretty easy to find. You'll be able to search the member directory various methods, okay? You can do name. I happen to like searching by state. My warehouses are in Michigan, so I like to find distributors close to me so they can get their stuff to me even faster. So I decided to search Ohio. I found 8 distributors. One of them's UTM, And if you notice, the members directory has all the information that you need. It's got their name. They have a link to the website. There's a phone number. There's an address, the kind of stuff they sell. And they even give you, in this instance, they give you the name of someone to call to set up an account. Funny enough, Billy's my rep to tell them hi when you call them. Okay? Now, once we head over to their website, and we got the link right there, let's go to UTM's website. What you're really looking to see is if the company has a wide range of products for us to sell right off the bat. Okay, we can see these guys have various pet supply categories like dog, cat, bird, fish, horse, I mean even small pets. That's a real good sign. So go ahead if you want, dig down into even just the dog category. You're going to see all kinds of different subcategories that they sell in. So we know there's plenty of items to sell with this wholesale distributor. Okay? Now, what you're going to find out is it doesn't really take much to become a dealer. I mean, these wholesale distributors have products, they want to sell them, right? They just don't want to sell them to anybody, right? They don't want to be selling to somebody that doesn't have a business, you know, someone that just wants to get a really good deal on pet supplies in this instance, right? So they're going to want you, you know, to have a business name. You can be a sole proprietor, but you're going to need like some sort of business name. Most will want some sort of sales tax exemption form filled out. But we never do any of the credit apps. We just tell them we're going to pay up front with a credit card. Most of these guys take credit cards, all right? And we like to purchase our inventory with our cash back reward credit card and build up the rewards, right? You get cash back. In this way, you can, you know, forget about any credit app that a distributor might have. It's really that simple. You know, call them, name, address, phone number, you know, show them that you're a business, give them the sales tax exemption form they'll ask you, and that's it. Then they're going to open you an account. And that happened within minutes after we filled out this information that was requested, and we were able to become a registered wholesale customer with UTM. And again, they are a major wholesale distributor of pet supply products. Now, learning this process is good for you because, as you can see, it only takes a few minutes if you know where to look and who to partner with. You can repeat this process for any niche that you wish to enter and open as many accounts as you want almost immediately. This gives you instant access to hundreds of thousands of wholesale products that's available for you to purchase and resell. And this way you never have to worry about going out and building your own brand or creating a product from scratch. You sell stuff that is already selling on Amazon, name brands, and you're buying them from an authorized wholesaler. They already have an agreement with the manufacturer to sell those brands and to sell them to you, all right? So if any manufacturer ever has a question, you know, about where you bought that stuff, you're able to say, hey, I got it from UTM, show them a copy of the invoice, and they're all happy and good, right? Manufacturers don't like unauthorized people selling their stuff, but you're buying from an authorized wholesale distributor, okay? So there's really, literally no glass ceiling, okay? You can find an unlimited number of suppliers and an unlimited number of products, and you can do this in any niche, any category on Amazon. I mean, there's like 500 million products on Amazon right now, and the vast majority of them are name brands that sellers are purchasing through wholesale distribution. I mean, we could train 10,000 brand new sellers on how to find these wholesale distributors, how to find the right products, and it wouldn't make a dent in the opportunity that's available to all of us today, okay? I mean, for example, after we registered with UTM, they sent us a spreadsheet with the complete list of everything that we could buy, okay? And within just minutes, I had access to over 18,000 products, 93 different pet-related brands from just one wholesale distributor. Can you start to see the limitless potential with our approach to finding products to sell on Amazon? I mean, can you start to see how much less risk this is than trying to create your own product from scratch? You're literally selling products that already exist at Amazon, that Amazon is already driving traffic to, and because you now know where to buy that product and you know it's profitable, you just simply add your offer to the existing offers at Amazon, and Amazon will give you a share of the revenue, all right? Now, I think I already know what you're probably thinking right now. You're thinking, okay, Todd, great, buddy, tell me something. How do I filter through all of these products to know which ones will actually sell? Which ones will actually sell fast, And not only which ones will sell at a profit, but the most profit, okay? And listen to me. I learned a long time ago, you don't play the guessing game when it comes to e-commerce. Some of the worst mistakes I've seen people made is falling in love with a specific product. I love this product, therefore everybody's going to love this product. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? When you play that game, you become part of the statistic of failed businesses. This is why we spent years figuring out the best way to predict our costs, to predict which items will sell fast, and will sell at a profit. This way we never have to guess if we're going to make money. And that's where secret number 3 comes in. And secret number 3, you're going to learn this formula to find this gold to virtually guarantee that you can find a product that will sell at a profit in under 10 minutes and do it over and over and over. And of course, not all the good products are already taken, all right? Now, the big problem, though, when we get to this phase of product research is people are simply overwhelmed with all of the products and the pricing. They simply just don't know how to pick the right products. They don't know how to filter through these inventory lists and find the products that are going to make them quick money. Now, in the case of UTM, obviously, not all 18,000 of the products that they sell are going to be winners for us. And in the case of selling on Amazon, there's some fees. They've got some miscellaneous fees, and we need to account for them, and they're not always that easy to predict. So right now, there should be some more questions going through your mind. Okay, how will I know if it's actually going to make a profit? How do I account for these variable Amazon fees? What about shipping fees, inbound, outbound? How do you figure those out, in helping you to determine if a product is going to be profitable? I mean, these are valid and real concerns, and you need to address them. But it's going to be overwhelming if you don't have a system in place to account for all of this stuff. Now, what I'm going to do for you now is show you the exact step-by-step system for how we filter through these products to specifically find the ones that make us money. All right? Now, I want you guys to focus, all right? And please pay attention. This is probably the most valuable part of the entire presentation. And I don't want to get a bunch of emails saying, Todd, buddy, please go over that for me again, all right? No, pay attention now. Make sure you got your notepad out. Be ready to take notes, because this is where the magic is going to happen, okay? So, like most things, there's an easy way and a hard way to do this, all right? I mean, you're getting a spreadsheet from an average supplier that's going to have thousands and thousands of products, right? Most people analyze them, are you ready for this? One at a time. Oh, man, that's a real pain in the butt. But it's how people who don't really understand how the system should work and how we do it, right? That's how they have to do it, because they don't know. Now, let's just say I'm going to take a quick look at that old way, all right? This is how people do it. When they get that list of stuff they can buy from the distributor, they take like the UPC code, and they go to Amazon and they search that UPC code. That's going to bring up the product. They're going to copy the ASIN, Amazon Special Identification Number, and how much that product's selling for. Then they're going to bring up Amazon's FBA Revenue Calculator. Okay, it's a free tool. You can Google Amazon FBA Revenue Calculator and find it and see how it works. You enter the ASIN of the item. You enter how much you want to sell it for. That's the current selling price on Amazon. You enter how much you can buy it for, your cost from the wholesale distributor, and then you hit the calculate button, okay? Amazon crunches those numbers, and it tells you right then and there whether you're going to make a profit or whether you're going to lose money based on the fees and the cost that you're going to have to pay to get that product, all right? So you're going to go through a lot of losers until you find the winner, right? But that's what you got to do, one at a time. Repeat until you find a winner. Now, that's a real pain in the butt, And as much as I would love to say that you're done after you found a product that Amazon's FBA Revenue Calculator says is profitable, the truth is you're not done. There's still some additional criteria that you need to look at to make sure that there's demand for the product. Like, who's selling it? Is it FBA? Is it a merchant? Or is Amazon selling it themselves? I mean, how many other sellers are there on that product? How many FBA sellers are there? How many customer reviews does that product have? And how many units a month does that product sell? Now, every single one of those individual pieces of information play a huge part in determining whether or not you should buy that product. Okay? So now you should be thinking, Todd, dude, geez, who's going to do that for 18,000 products? Well, the answer is there's a lot of people who are going to do that because they want to avoid the agony and frustration of picking a private label failure. Okay? But for us, I mean, how do we make this easier and simpler to get all of the data that we need right away? I mean, wouldn't it be nice if we could press a button to get all of this data for us from an entire list of thousands of products in a matter of minutes? An entire list of profitable, fast-selling, quick-turn products that we could buy from the supplier that gave us the list. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Give me a yes if you think that's cool. I'm going to grab me a little more water here. You guys are calling me sir. You guys are so polite. This is one polite group. Yes, absolutely cool. Bring it on. Yes, please. Yes, more sirs now. You guys are great. Okay. Well, yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, we thought the same thing. That's why after years of doing this, we finally created a solution that handles this entire process for us. And I'm really excited to share it with you because the tool that I'm about to show you streamlines this entire process. So now we can find fast-selling, profitable products that we can make money with in a matter of minutes instead of days or hours. And we call this tool Profit Hunter. Now, I can guarantee you, even though this looks really simple, you're going to fall in love with what this bad boy can do for you in helping you quickly and easily find profitable products that sell fast. That products that a lot of people aren't even looking for because they have no idea that people are buying this stuff. Because it's buried. It's buried at Amazon. It's not in the top 100 list. It may not be in the top 1,000 list. Okay? But the stuff sells significant volume every month. You know where to buy it from. And once you do the research using Profit Hunter, you simply buy the product. Okay? Because this process, this entire process, what Profit Hunter really does is all that old way stuff. And it's automated it at the push of a button. It can do tens of thousands of products in a matter of minutes. And this is good because if you're like me, you don't have time to be searching through tens of thousands of products to find the profitable ones. And quite frankly, if anyone's going to get tripped up during any step of this process, it's sifting through the data, right? People are trying to find the winning ones, and they're just, they get so tired of researching the old way. They make mistakes. This one looks good enough. Oh, I think I'll buy this one. Gee, I think people will like this one. I mean, you've lost already, okay? You can't guess. Let the data tell you what to buy. And the problem has always been, sifting through huge amounts of data. Because wouldn't you agree that out of 18,000 products, there's some that are going to be way more profitable than others, even if you pay the same cost, right? Some might double your money, some might 10 times your money. So wouldn't you rather find the one that does 10 times the cost first, right? Have it show up right on the top rather than have to deal with sorting through and, oh my gosh, literally you wouldn't be able to buy one product out of those 18,000 until you researched all of them. Because one day you'd buy one that had 20% margin, and then 3 days later you'd find one that had 90% margin, and you'd want to jump off a cliff. I mean, that's really, discouraging, right? So anyway, with this tool, you just run your list through one time. Step one, upload the list to the Profit Hunter. It, in a matter of minutes, does all the number crunching. It allows you then to adjust the sliders to narrow down, filter out the products even more. And then the next step, it shows you what they are and gives you the opportunity to buy them right there. I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, Profit Hunter is good for you, all right? because now you're going to be able to quickly filter through these massive lists of inventory and find actual profitable products right away. And you're going to be able to focus your time, doing things you like, right? I mean, some of you, I know we deal with this all the time. I took off, must have took off over 5 months this year, just traveling, having a great time. People couldn't keep up with where I was, right? How is this possible? Software, okay? All right? It allows you to focus your time doing what you want, all right? And this will give you the opportunity. I mean, a lot of people are like, well, gosh, how much time do I have to commit to this kind of a business? Well, if you don't have Profit Hunter, a buttload, okay? Maybe more, than you could possibly, you would need more time than you could possibly find, right, to do it right, if you understood what I've said so far. But with a tool like Profit Hunter, right, if you're in a current job and don't want to leave it, fine, don't leave it. Just come home, spend 10 minutes running one file and get the list of products that it tells you to buy, spend another 5 minutes buying them, right? Then go about playing with your family and whatnot and doing whatever you really want to do, right? And then the products go down to Amazon and they sell, you get your money. Every 14 days you spend another 10 or 15 minutes, with Profit Hunter again, right? All right, so let's do a quick recap of what we've learned on today's presentation so far. Secret number 1, you learned the backwards, unsexy method for finding profitable products by ignoring bestsellers, right? Secret number 2, you learned how to find an unlimited number of suppliers, real, true, wholesale suppliers, who will then give you a list of all of their inventory that has thousands of products. And finally, I just showed you how to quickly filter through all of those thousands of items to find not only profitable products, but the most profitable products automatically. Pretty amazing stuff, right? If you think that's pretty friggin' cool, tell me in the chat box, all right? I'm going to grab a little more water. I happen to think it's pretty simple, and we've tried to make it absolutely foolproof, right? Freaking awesome, people are saying. The coolest. Cool with a K. Yeppers? Heather thinks we're the bombs. Thanks, Heather. Appreciate that. All right. Now let me ask you something. Right, seriously. I'm actually very serious about this. Did we keep our promise? I mean, we told you at the beginning of this presentation we were going to show you our boring blueprint to making profits with less risk than the common typical training out there, And I'm sorry if we made it look too easy, but it is what it is. All right, we made the software this way for a reason. So do me a favor. That chat box is still rolling. But let me know, did we keep our promise? Did we? Yes. Yes, you kept your promise. Yes, you did. Eye opener. Oh, very cool. More cools with a K.
Yeah, we've had just a ton of good feedback here. I've been manning the question box in the background here, Todd, and the feedback has been amazing. So I think you did do a great job of just presenting that and laying it out for everyone. I just want to recap right now on the 4 sort of main components, just to be 200% sure that people are getting this. Ultimately, what we're doing, it all boils down to 4 things. We're buying inventory from USA-based distributors, okay, suppliers. We're then sending that into Amazon. We're selling it and we're profiting, and we're rinsing and repeating. And we're doing this every couple of weeks without needing to put down a huge inventory order to begin with. I mean, we can literally get started with a purchase of $20 or $30 without having to wait for product to be shipped in from overseas, somewhere like China where it could take weeks or even months, without needing to worry about any kind of traffic, because the traffic already exists inside of Amazon. That's how we did 75 million free visitors in the past 18 months, because it's already in there, right? Without needing a website of our own, because we're leveraging Amazon, without these delays, building brands. Give me a 1 in the question box if more or less you're it's starting to make sense. Maybe you've still got a few questions, but more or less starting to make sense. I just want to make sure that you're with me and you're following us. Awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks for the participation in the chat box. It really does help us. Some of the most common questions that we get from people are, do you need to be in the USA? And the answer is absolutely not. I'm A special case, I'm from New Zealand, but I live in Argentina, and I can run this business. Believe me, you can run this business. Doesn't matter where you are. Do you need some kind of reseller certificate? The short answer is no. Some of the wholesalers may ask for one, but they won't all ask for them. And even if they do ask for one, we've got you covered. And I'll talk about how we've got you covered in just a little bit. Do you need a USA bank account or set up a USA business like an LLC? No, you don't need that. Is it difficult to find suppliers? No, actually it's not. And sometimes people think that, would a big supplier really want to work with a small guy like you? And absolutely they would, because they are screaming out for people like us, okay? Is saturation a problem? Absolutely not. I mean, there are thousands and thousands of suppliers with thousands and thousands of products. And by the way, you may have noticed that we are zigging when every other person out there is zagging, okay? So everyone is doing one thing, going in that big traffic jam, and we're doing the exact opposite almost, and that just makes it so much easier. It means we can bypass so many of the common headaches that plague most online e-commerce business models. This is new, it's different, it's easier, it's faster, and it has more potential for profit than the models that have come before it. Now, everything that you need to build this business for yourself is included in our program that we put together to really dive deep into this business model, which we call 7-Figure Cycle. So what I want to do right now is just walk you through this. Give me a yes in the chat box if you're cool with me just walking you through this, sharing exactly what's all included in it. Cool. Okay. Fantastic. Right. Now, the first thing that I want you to know is what this kind of a business model can do for you. It can eliminate money problems forever. Okay. It really can. It can give you financial freedom without putting you in debt to begin with, because you can get started with a $20 or $30 inventory purchase. It can give you location freedom. I can run this business from anywhere in the world. All I need is an internet connection. It can give you time freedom. I can run a multi-million-dollar business on my own with just a few hours each week. Literally, you can get started with just a few hours each week. So you're really tapping in on all three types of freedom: financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. Type in the chat box what type of freedom you're most after. Are you looking for financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom? Maybe you want all three of them. I'm just interested to see in the chat box. A lot of people are saying financial, a lot of people are saying time. Yeah, I mean, most people want all three, right? Let's be honest. Most people want all three. So this is the 7-step system in a nutshell, and this is what we guide you through in the 7-Figure Cycle program. Okay, we identify suppliers. We show you how to do that. It's really simple. We scan their listings using Profit Hunter. Todd spoke a little bit about that, and you saw how powerful it was and how you can pinpoint your winners using that. We then list our winners, and we send them in. By list them, I mean we put them on Amazon's website. That takes about 2 seconds because you're not creating a listing or anything like that. You're just literally pressing a couple of buttons. Send them into Amazon, profit, and get paid. It's not rocket science. It's a simple system. All you have to do is do a little bit of groundwork up front. And in your first 4 weeks, we're going to show you how you do this. This is Michaela. She's done hundreds of dollars in sales in her first few weeks. Now, the 7-Figure Cycle has got 8 core components. Each one of these is designed to do a specific thing. It's designed to help make it easier for you to build your business. Okay, so I'm going to walk through these right now. We call them game changers. Game changer number 1 is the master blueprint. This is the top secret recipe that shows you exactly how the process works. So this is start to finish documentation, including our standard operating procedures, our templates, our tools, everything that you can possibly need to be able to do this for yourself. This blueprint, I think of it as kind of like the key to the kingdom, because it could literally change your life forever. Okay. The second game changer is what we call the nerve center. This is your personalized operations hub. Now, at different times in this presentation, maybe you thought to yourself, hey, well, what am I going to do with the inventory? Where do I send it? You could send it direct to Amazon if you want, or you could send it through our operations hub, and we could take care of little logistical things like slapping on a barcode. Okay, these are not complex things, but we can do that for you. Or you could do it yourself if you wanted to. Okay, this is all included, by the way. We're not asking you for anything extra to use this. We're going to help you get started, okay, and really streamline things for you. So you can completely avoid touching your inventory, and by leveraging the Nerve Center, that's really going to help the people that are international here, people like me, people that are located in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, all around the world, okay? It's going to help you. That's the Nerve Center. And, of course, it will help people in the United States as well because you can still leverage it just like anyone else can. Game changer number 3 is money-making products. Now, this is something that we are super proud of because not only are we going to teach you how to mine for gold, we're also going to give you a money-making product of your own, okay? All you need to do is to buy the product at wholesale cost price, send it into Amazon, and you will make money. We've got one money-making product for everyone that comes in to this program, and this is one of the reasons why our member intake is capped, and we'll talk more about that shortly. We've literally done it for you. And in the past, you may have had people give you a niche or give you an idea, but what we're doing here is we are giving you a real money-making product that you can start selling, okay? We're literally giving you an income stream, okay? Game changer number 4 is the Success Predictor, okay? And the Success Predictor is our top secret vault of product sales data. It's how we know the sales of any product in Amazon. So when we are slicing and dicing all of the products using the Profit Hunter, one of the things that's happening in the background is this special data source is analyzing everything and giving us the green light on profitable products. So it eliminates 99% of the risk because it tells you exactly how many sales a product gets. And this data is not accessible to anyone. We haven't seen anyone doing this before, not with the level of accuracy that we're doing it with in this business model. Okay, this is an absolute game changer. Game changer number 5 is the Buyers Club. Now, what we've done here is we've gone out and we've done a lot of the supplier research for you. We've pre-made contracts with lots of different distributors. We've bought, and what you can do is you can buy products through us. So effectively, it's like you're buying products from us, and we are buying them from the supplier for you. Now, we don't charge anything on top or add any extra fees or anything like that. All we're trying to do here is allow you to bypass some of the occasional red tape. So one supplier could say to you potentially, hey, have you got a resale certificate? They won't all say it. Some of them might say it, some of them won't. And you can definitely get a reseller certificate. It's not difficult. It takes about 3 days. It's really, really simple. We'll show you how to do that. But in the meantime, you can use the Buyers Club, or you can just permanently use the Buyers Club if you want to. It's going to let you accelerate your results, tap into tens of thousands of different products that we've already got contracts with, agreements with, so you can just use them to get started. This is something that we've poured a huge amount of man hours into setting up, and it's really going to allow you to hit the ground running. Game changer number 6 is Profit Hunter. You've seen this. This is an amazing tool that gives you the ability to analyze thousands of products at the click of a button. Okay, this is how you're going to be able to grow your business to thousands and thousands of dollars per day. Okay, without Profit Hunter, you wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, this is how you scale. Okay, so it's an absolutely key part of the system. Game changer number 7 is the Seller Society. This is a members-only Facebook community. It's locked down. It's strictly private to 7-figure cycle members. And it's going to allow you to connect with your fellow members, keep your finger on the pulse of advanced and new tactics. It's also another place that you can ask questions and get support from Steve, Chris, Todd, and me. Okay, so this is the place that you'll come for motivation, connections, support, and it's a really great group. It's going to be a great group. We know it's going to be a great group, and you'll get access to that as well. Game changer number 8 is the expert coaching. Now, this is absolutely invaluable. You're getting access to 4 people, Chris, Todd, Steve, and I, who have all built multi-million-dollar e-commerce businesses. And not just us. You're also getting access to our team of expert coaches who know the system inside and out, who are actually doing this themselves. Okay, so the support here is amazing. Okay, it's amazing, and you're going to absolutely be blown away by how we look after you once you're on the inside. Now, I want to put that in perspective. I want to share, what coaching is really worth. Steve, Todd, Chris, and I, we each charge $12,000 per year for one-on-one coaching, and our panel of expert coaches are already earning thousands per month from this. as well. So you're getting access to all of this and much, much more. Now, there is a catch. There are 3 important limitations, okay? There are 3 special bonuses for action takers, and these bonuses are only available to people who are on this call and who invest on this workshop, okay? Special bonus number 1 is the profit calculator. What this does is it helps you figure out exactly how many products you'll need to sell each month in order to hit your financial goals, okay? It's a custom-built calculator that you'll have access to. It's got a value of $500, and that's an action taker bonus. It'll be going to the first 20 people that jump in here, okay? The second bonus is Test Tribe. Now, if you want to join us on the front line as we battle test new technology and new features, then that's what the Test Tribe is for. It's going to be a small group of people that will get early access to new tools that we develop before anyone else does, okay? It's got a value of $1,000. And the third special bonus, which again is for the first 20 people that jump in, is the Success Panel Q&A. You'll be invited to a private training call with some of our most successful students, some of those people who came through in 2017 and earned $125 million, okay? You'll be able to learn from their mistakes and from their successes and catapult your way to success. This has got a value of $1,000. So a full recap here. You're getting the Master Blueprint, the Nerve Center, that's for managing your operations and logistics, a money-making product given to you, Success Predictor data, the Buyers Club, Profit Hunter, the Seller Society, expert coaching, and those special bonuses. Each one of these things is designed to do a certain thing for you, and it's all designed to help you streamline and speed up your results. We've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars developing the different components here, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of our own money, and we've spent hundreds of hours of our own time developing and testing this over the years. Okay, this is extremely limited. Our personal time is being invested here supporting members. We have an amazing team of coaches in the background, but even our coaches' time, of course, that's limited as well. We've got a limited number of these money-making products that we can give away. We can't bring in thousands of members. The spaces are filling up fast. As I'm sure you're aware, we've got 4 of these workshops happening today. Okay, 4 of these workshops. And, you know, the reality is that this could be sold out by tomorrow. Okay, we will shut down when we hit capacity, just like we always do. The first training call, the first live training call is on Friday this week. Okay, so we have no plans to reopen. Once this is closed, that's it. It will remain closed. We've not reopened any of our last 5 training programs. Okay, this has the potential to change your life. Okay, but you need to take action. It's enormously valuable. You won't pay $31,976, even though I've shown you that all of those components added together would get you to that number. You won't pay $14,997. $9,997. I want you to think about this for a second. If all this does is set you up for a comfortable retirement, you know, would that be worth paying $9,997 for? If all this does is give you an extra $5,000 per month for the foreseeable future, month after month after month, would that be a good business investment? Just type in the chat box. If all this does is allow you to clear your debts, pay the rent, pay the mortgage every single month, gets rid of those headaches, would that be worth a one-time investment? Hopefully you can see that it would be. Now, you know, we realize that $9,997 is not accessible to everyone, so you won't pay that. You won't even pay half of that. I just wanted to get you thinking about the real value here. You can get complete access today for 3 payments of $997. In fact, you can get started for even less. We've got a $494 discount for people that take the instant payment option. So the instant payment option is $2,497. The link is on the screen there. We're going to put that in the chat box for you. It's 7figurecycle.com/start. You can go to that link. You can make your investment, and you can get started. We are 100% committed to your success. We're going to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to ensure that you succeed. We only open up one of these programs each year, and then we are with you, working with you, ensuring that you're getting results. We've got a 100% money-back guarantee, 60 days to test this out for yourself. So you can really jump in with peace of mind, knowing that you've got everything to gain here and nothing to lose. Now, you might be wondering, and this is really, really important. You might be wondering, okay, great. I'm 100% covered for the investment in 7-Figure Cycle, but what happens if I follow the training and I just can't get it to work? Okay. Well, in that case, we've got you completely covered, because in addition to our 60-day money-back guarantee, we've got something that's called our double your money-back guarantee. And no one does this, but we can do it because we know how effective this is. As long as you follow every step of the training curriculum without deviation, actively use our support system, our tools, our resources, we guarantee to not only refund your purchase, but to double your money back if for some weird reason you're unable to make sales inside those first 60 days. Okay? So we want to change your life, and we don't want anything to prevent you from giving this a try. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. We're trying to make this a no-brainer for you because we would love to have you on the inside, but you need to take action right now. If you are jumping in, then jump in. And just let me know, type your name in the chat box that you have jumped in, and you're going to be one of these people that gets these bonuses for the first 20 people, okay? If you're in the process of jumping in, just let me know that you are in the process of jumping in, okay? Spaces are filling up fast and are only available on a first-come, first-served basis. We are very limited in the number of people that we can help. Remember that we've got a limited number of those money-making products that we can give away as well. Okay, the registration period is going to end soon, and when that does, if you go to that link, it'll say that it's sold out and you would have missed out. So by waiting just one more day to register, you risk letting technical issues, life, or anything else get in your way. Okay, once the registration period ends, that is it. Now, we don't want you to miss out. Our last program that we launched was back in February 2017. It's been almost 12 months. Now, some of the people that missed out on that have been waiting until now, okay? So this really is a case of, it's really a window of opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. So what you need to do is go to that URL below. You've got two different payment options. You've got the split payment option, 3 payments of $997, or you've got the one-time payment option, 1 payment of $2,497. You can register right now. You can go into the members area, start going through the pre-class training materials, and get ready for kickoff on Friday. I think if you ask me what is the number one reason that you should jump into this, I think it's time. Because this is your opportunity to condense your learning curve from years into just a matter of weeks. It took me 2 years. It took me 2 years, and I don't know, I must have been working 15, 20 hours a week trying to make it happen, but it took me 2 years of slaving away to get to the point where my online business was earning me enough to be able to quit my day job, okay? But our members that have come through this have been able to do it in a matter of weeks. People like Jackie in Texas, she's making 5 figures per month, okay? And she wanted to do her own business because she's got 2 young children and a part-time job. She made it happen. People like Dave in the UK, he's doing between $8,000 to $10,000 per day in sales. Doesn't matter where you are, you can make this work from anywhere in the world. People like Bill in Florida, over $250,000 per year. Okay. People like Josiah, he's cruising along at a run rate of over $1 million per year now, $83,000 per month. People like Kevin, who's doing 6 figures per month. He's been doing this for 9 months. He's at 6 figures per month. This is amazing. Now, those special bonuses are for 20 people, and it looks like we've gone way past that. Steve just gave me an update that 36 people have already jumped in. So we've got 14 of these spaces left. If you are going to be one of those 14, if you're still in the process of jumping in, please just let me know right now so that we can make sure you get this bonus. What we do is we match up the Q&A box with the timestamp so we can see who is jumping in. So Christine, I can see you're jumping in. Shelley is jumping in. Martin is jumping in. Spencer is in the process. So a few of you are in the process of jumping in while lots more are jumping in. So we will keep you updated on those numbers. We're going to extend this to 50 people. Remember, those 3 bonuses are the Profit Calculator, the Test Tribe Access, and the Success Panel Q&A. Okay? This is going to give you everything that you need to be able to run this business yourself. We're going to lead you through every single step of the process. We're going to act as your accountability partner, okay? Leading you from start to finish. You can put the responsibility on us. We're going to be in the trenches, in your corner, helping you make this work. It doesn't matter if you've succeeded or failed in the past. What you've done in the past is completely irrelevant, okay? This is a chance to hit the reset button work with us, and build your business, okay? This system is unlike anything that I think you would have seen before. We do it in a very special way. It's simple at heart. It's simply buying product, sending it into Amazon, selling for a 30 to 50% margin, and profiting, okay? We've eliminated all of the headaches for you so that you can hit the ground running. In a few weeks' time, this could be you earning hundreds of dollars per day, okay? We've got these 8 core components waiting for you on the inside, and it's all ready to go. So if I have a recap right now, these are all the different components that you're getting. I want to share a couple of other little things with you as well. One of the things that I think is, and we will take some questions in just a second here, guys, but one of the things that I think is absolutely key is this snowball effect. You can start with $100 and watch it snowball week after week after week. After the first cycle, you're at 130. After the second cycle, you're at 169. You reinvest that money. At the next, you're at $219. Before you know it, you're at thousands of dollars per week. I mean, this chart looks a little bit complex, but what you're seeing here is how you can go from $100 to a yearly profit of $265,000. That's amazing, okay? And you know the big reason that you can do so well with this? It's traffic. When you tap into targeted traffic, you make money every single time. I've never seen an online business that got a lot of traffic that didn't make money. And the beauty about this is we're not paying for traffic. So any traffic that comes in, it's free. It's free. And that means you don't have big traffic overheads, which is so often the case with other models that use paid traffic solutions. Okay? So you've seen how our students in the beta group in 2017, some of them earning millions of dollars. Okay? Michaela, $63,000 in her 4th month. You can see how people are making money, enormous money, not just in the USA, but in pounds as well in the UK. Okay, you can scale this as big as you want to, but you need to take the leap of faith if you want in, because we're going to be starting very, very soon. Okay, you can absolutely do this, but you need to take the leap of faith. We would love to have you with us. Now, we are going to take some questions now, and I know that the guys have been working like madmen behind the scenes to answer a lot of your questions, but there have been some common ones that have come up. So, Todd, maybe you could chime in here and just take some of those common ones that sort of keep repeating in the chat box.
Yeah, no, I'd love to. Okay, first of all, what I want to make sure that everybody understands is that the product pages on Amazon, they already exist. You don't have to create a product page. You don't have to take any pictures. You don't have to do on-page optimization or keyword research or anything. These products exist and are already selling. What we're talking about is something that's called buy box rotation. All right? For those of you that don't know, when you go buy something at Amazon, you click that Add to Cart button. That's called a buy box. Most people don't notice that more than half the time, the seller is not Amazon. They're third-party sellers like you and me. We're people who have found supply for that product that's already selling on Amazon, and we have simply bought the product from a wholesale distributor and sent it in and entered it into Amazon's FBA system. That makes it something called a Prime product. So if you guys have a Prime membership or have heard of Prime, you are taking products from a wholesale distributor, sending it down to Amazon and entering them into the Prime program. So Amazon does all of the fulfillment, all of the customer service. They drive all of the traffic. All right. So let's say you want to sell, I don't know, a doggy toothbrush. Okay. You're able to find a supplier that sells doggy toothbrush. Right. You run that inventory list through our software, and it tells you how many units a month of that doggy toothbrush sell, how much money you're going to make selling that doggy toothbrush. So you go ahead and you order a small amount of doggy toothbrushes from your wholesale distributor. Have them sent down to Amazon's warehouse where they receive them and they enter the Prime program. right? So now your listing, you're a seller on Amazon, your listing is now live with any other listing, and Amazon rotates you and the other sellers through that buy box so that you're getting a percentage of the sales, all right? So Amazon then puts you in the buy box. Somebody buys the doggy toothbrush. Amazon ships it out of their inventory, right? So you don't need to take any pictures. You don't need to write a title or bullet points. That listing, all of that's already done for you. And the whole reason you bought that product to put into the Amazon FBA program is because our software told you it's already selling and it's going to be profitable for you if you get on that listing, right? I've seen listings based on sales volume that can support maybe 7 to 10 different Amazon sellers all selling the same thing, some even different prices, some a nickel higher or nickel lower, whatever. You all get rotated through that buy box by Amazon. Amazon is all about a good customer experience, all right? They know having multiple sellers on an item prevents things from going out of stock, prevents prices from getting crazy, right? And it doesn't matter if you're a brand new Amazon seller, have never sold anything, or a seller with 40,000 feedback. It doesn't matter. You're all on the same equal footing. And why is that? Because you're all in the Amazon Prime program. Your stuff is all down at Amazon's warehouse. Amazon doesn't have to count on your ability, to fulfill an item, your ability to be a good seller, because Amazon's doing all of that work. Think of it of like going to a bank and wanting to borrow money, and you borrow against your savings account. Your money's already in the bank, so the bank's going to give you a loan against that. Well, it's the same thing with Amazon. Your product's in the bank, so to speak, so it doesn't matter. Brand new, experienced, it doesn't matter. You're all on the same footing. They rotate you through the buy box. You get your share of sales for that item. What the software does is identify all of these items so that you can get involved in as many of these products as your budget allows. Some people have a lot more than $100 to get started with, but we still tell you to start slow. This way you learn the system, you get comfortable that what the software is telling you is accurate. Oh, I should sell 50 units a month of this, so buy 25 units. Send it down. You see it sells in 2 weeks. Now you feel real comfortable about buying another 25, right? Or investing in other products. So you can scale this, as fast as you want, as your comfort level allows. The worst case scenarios that we've seen, kind of like the landmines, if you will, that our members have stepped on in the past, would be they buy a product and they send it down to the FBA program, and then maybe some other seller doesn't know what they're doing, and they start selling at a lower price so that it's no longer profitable. It's just break even. Okay, sell out your existing inventory at break even, get you all of your money out, and put it into another product. Rarely do we see anybody actually lose money. It's more along those lines. You have to liquidate at break even, put your money into something else that does better, okay? And we just say, thank you very much. We smile and we move on to the next product, all right? You're going to get addicted to this, all right? I'm sorry, go ahead. Did you want to say something?
I just saw a couple of other questions which I wanted to touch on real quickly here. One was, can I work from overseas? Yes, absolutely. I did mention that earlier, but yeah, you can absolutely do this from overseas. That doesn't matter. Will a supplier work with you if you're from overseas? Yeah, no problem at all, okay? Who does the returns, shipping, things like that? Well, what we're doing is we're leveraging the Amazon Fulfilled by Amazon program. That's what they do. That's what they're bringing to the table here. They're doing the fulfillment, shipping, and all of that for you, okay? How long would it take before you can start actually making money? You could literally be making money in just a couple of weeks. The real answer is as soon as you've got a product up on Amazon, that same day you can be making money. So if that takes you a couple of weeks, then it'll be a couple of weeks. But then, it can pay you over and over and over again. Okay, this is not some get-rich-quick scheme. You do have to do a bit of groundwork, but it pays itself off, so many times over. I think it was Shirley that asked, what is the all-in, cost that's required? Look, all you need to do is pay to get into the program, obviously, and then buy your inventory. That's it. Now, your inventory could cost $20, $30, literally $20 or $30. Most people will probably put in a $100 inventory order, okay? But $20 or $30, you could absolutely get started for that. There's no paid ad costs. You don't have to buy a website. You don't have to worry about hosting. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't have to worry about trademarks, setting up a business, none of that stuff. Forget about all that stuff. So there's none of those costs. It's literally just get into the program, buy a tiny amount of inventory, and you are good to go, okay? What else did we have here? I'm just looking through some of these. How do you actually find suppliers? Well, we've got a plan to help you and to show you how to do that. But we've also got an enormous number of suppliers set up and waiting for you as part of the program. Okay. Is this going to reach saturation? Absolutely not. I mean, retail e-commerce is set to double in the next 5 years anyway. And what we're doing is we're tapping into an opportunity where there are thousands and thousands of distributors and thousands of products. So you've got literally hundreds of thousands of products that you could be selling. Guys, would you like to see an example of the type of product that someone might sell? Just give me a yes in the question box if that would help you, if you'd like to see something. It's just a boring little example, but you might find it useful. Let me see. I've got one here somewhere. Okay, so here we go. This is a shoe shine brush, okay? Sells for $11 on Amazon, and it probably costs the person a couple of dollars, $2, okay? So all said and done, this person's probably making, maybe they're making $4 profit, something like that, by the time, everything's taken into account. Now, you see where that red arrow is pointing? It says 7 new offers. That means that 7 different people are selling the exact same thing, okay? Now, if your supplier has got this product in their catalog, then guess what? You can sell it too. Now, you don't have to come and create a new Amazon listing because that's already done for you. That already exists, okay? All you have to do is click one button and you can be selling it just like these other people. Now, these are some of the other sellers. There are 7 of them. You can only see 4 of them on the screen here. But look at them. Maxton and Company, top right. This is a professional wholesaler. They've got 24,103 total ratings. Okay, they are doing this on a big level. Look at the next one down, 2,064 total ratings. That BB Synergy, they've got 2,737 total ratings. These are people that are working the system in just the same way that you can be working the system. In fact, you'll actually have an advantage because you've got tools and training that they don't have. This is not complex. We're selling boring little products that you would never really choose if you were doing private label, okay? And by the way, you don't have to worry about customer support. You don't have to worry about getting reviews because you're just selling someone else's product, okay? It's brilliant, okay? Does this kind of make sense? Just give me a 1 in the chat box if this has all made sense for you. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully it does make sense. And if you've just jumped in the past few moments or are about to jump in, just let me know in the question box as well. If you're still in the process, just type that you are jumping in. If you're already in, type your name in and let us know that you are in. We actually went past that bonus limit that I mentioned a moment ago, but it was when Todd was speaking, so I couldn't update you. But we'll make another 10. Let's make another 15 of those special bonus packs available to the next 15 people that jump in. So if you want to be one of those people and you're jumping in, Spencer, I can see that you are jumping in. Donovan is jumping in. Melissa is jumping in. Keith, Kay is jumping in. Heather is jumping in. Guys, those of you that are jumping in, let me know that you've actually finished jumping in, okay? And I'll make sure that you're added to that bonus list. What we do is we will match up your name with when you jumped in, and we'll make sure that you get that bonus, okay? So congratulations to everyone that has already jumped in. We are going to take a few more questions. What I thought I would do right now, though, is just recap some of the main components because a lot of people have been asking about that. You've got 8 core components here, okay? The master blueprint, this is the start to finish recipe that shows you how to do this. The nerve center, this is your personalized operations hub. It takes care of all of the logistics for you at no extra cost. You've got a money-making product being given for you. We've literally done it for you, okay? The Success Predictor, this is our top secret vault of product sales data, and it's all built into the background working for you, so you can make these informed decisions by eliminating 99% of the risk. The Buyers Club, we've done the supplier research for you, so we've got pre-made contracts with lots of distributors. You can just start using these guys, bypass any potential red tape, and just start selling. I mean, you can start selling immediately. Okay, Profit Hunter, this is an absolute critical part of the process. This is how you're going to scale your business. It's a key bit of software that we've spent thousands of dollars developing, and you'll be able to use this. And by the way, you're getting access to all this stuff for life. Okay, the Seller Society, this is our members-only Facebook community. We've got the expert coaching, these special bonuses as well, and it looks like we've got 6 of these left now, just based on the people that are saying they've already jumped in. So thank you for those of you that have jumped in. These 3 special bonuses, you're getting everything that you could possibly need to succeed. Okay, you're going to be able to leverage this incredible snowball effect and tap into this traffic that we've never seen in an online business model before. Where have you ever seen where you can get millions and millions of visitors free, right? That's what you can do with this. That's one of the things that makes it so powerful. You've seen how other students have come before you and done a lot of the testing for you, essentially. Okay, so you can cash in on all that. What I want you to think about right now is what happens if you don't do this. If you don't make a change, then nothing is going to change. All right, it's common sense. It's not rocket science. You need to initiate change. It's the same with anything in life. Another year will potentially slide by, right? And people who come into this will prosper. And if you don't take the leap of faith, you risk being left out on the sidelines. So what I urge you to do is to ask yourself, what is the absolute worst that could happen? This is a question I always ask myself when I'm starting a new business. What's the worst case scenario here? You've got 0 financial risk because we're offering you a 100% double guarantee. You've got 60 days to test drive this. Take it for a test drive. If you're not 100% satisfied, it's okay. We'll give you your money back. No hard feelings. We'll part as friends. That's fine. We just want you to give this a chance because it could change your life. You've got 0 financial risk here. The business is 100% private as well, okay? The only thing you need to do is invest a little bit of your time. And believe me, that is time well spent. You'll invest your time learning how to do it and then actually doing it. And we'll be with you every step of the way. You've got a 100% money-back guarantee, guys. We would love to have you on the inside, but you do have to take the leap of faith. We're going to be shutting this workshop down in just a moment here. So if you are going to jump in, then please go ahead and do it now before we shut down so you can get those bonuses. As I said, we would love to have you on the inside. We do have to give away some cash in just a second, so I'm going to do that in just a moment. Okay. And let's just see if there's any last questions. Todd, have you seen any last questions that have come in there that we need to get to?
I think we've covered most of them at least once, but I did want to mention that over the years that we've worked with many folks. I mean, people, just like the ones that are in this presentation today. We've asked them exactly what it is they want to see in a program like this to make things as easy as possible, right? Streamline the path to their success, and ensure that they can have both short-term and long-term results, so that they can enjoy some of these, lifestyle freedoms that we've talked about here tonight. Now, this program delivers all of that and more, and there's really nothing else to be done to make it any easier or more straightforward, and people are going to really realize that once they get into the training. I mean, you guys literally are at the right place at the right time, because when this enrollment closes, it's closed, and you're getting the benefit of all of the beta people that have been through who absolutely killed it and then told us, you guys should add this bell or you should add this whistle. And we've done that. They told us what they wanted and we listened, and now it's time for you guys to take advantage of that, quite frankly. We've done our part to allow you to join us so that you too can enjoy these lifestyle freedoms that all 4 of us enjoy. So as far as the questions go, it's been mostly along the lines of people are still, kind of unsure, where the products go once they buy them from the wholesaler. And again, ultimately, they go to the Amazon FBA warehouse so that Amazon can take care of all of that for you. Now, a lot of these distributors will send directly down to the warehouse. Some require, you to take them or for you to have them sent to a prep facility like one of ours that we've offered up for you guys to use so that we can put a label over the UPC code so that Amazon can identify that product as yours. Okay? And, again, the reason Amazon rotates buyers through the buy box, the reason they allow multiple sellers on the same product is so that the customer ultimately has a better experience. That's the bottom line. Okay, Amazon learned a long time ago that it's better for them and the customer to let multiple sellers sell the same product and just rotate all of them to give them all a piece of the pie. Okay? There's no taxes for you to collect from any state. Amazon will do that automatically for you. If a tax needs to be collected, Amazon collects and remits it. You'll never even know it happened because you're in the FBA program. And again, you're on the same par with the large sellers. If you're a small seller, never sold anything on Amazon, you're on par with everybody because you're in the FBA program. Okay? So again, no product pages to make, no photos to take. You just need to use our software to run the inventory sheets through, or use the Buyer Club to use those suppliers, decide what you want to buy based on where your interests lie, what's most profitable, what your budget is to start. Make that purchase and get it down to Amazon to just put your toe in the water. That's all you guys need to do, because once you put your toe in the water, you're 99% of the way there. You're going to see the system works, and you're going to know what to do, rinse and repeat over and over again.
All right, so I have selected a winner, and that winner is Mark Bealey. Mark Bealey. If you could give us your information in the question box and chat box. Chris, if you could get his email, Mark Bealey. You've won $1,250, so congratulations. Thank you for attending. And everyone else, we've got a free gift for you as well. You can go to that link there, sevenfigurecycle.com/gift. Download a PDF where we reveal 5 boring products that each make over $10,000 per month. Okay, so Mark Bealey, I can see you wrote thanks. Just make sure you give us your email address quickly because we're about to shut this workshop down. To everyone else, thank you very much for being here. Okay, thank you for being here today. Hopefully you've got some good information out of this training. We would love to see you on the inside. This opportunity is going to shut down pretty soon though, guys. So please, if you are figuring out funds, if you need to talk to your husband or your wife or something like that, please do it quickly because it will be shutting down very, very soon. We've had an enormous amount of people on the workshops today. We are getting close to hitting capacity, and we will start regardless on Friday. But you can hit the ground running by jumping into the members area right now. Okay? All right, guys. Well, that's it from us. Thank you again for being here. We look forward to seeing you on the inside and helping you make 2018 a year to remember. We'll talk soon, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Bye-bye now.